When the Lakers welcomed the Warriors into Staples Center last night, I'm sure they thought it'd be nice to see some old friends, they'd run up and down the court together, and Golden State would go home with another loss on their record. And that's exactly how it appeared for much of the game. But apparently Kelly Oubre didn't get that memo, as his peskiness on defense sparked a surge and allowed his team to shock LeBron James as they came all the way back for the win. This was a wild game with crazy back and forth swings. I decided to pick two of them that best illustrate what was working for each team before we head to the final few minutes of drama. In the first quarter, it was a Dennis Schroeder show as he lit it up for 14 points. While LeBron was very passive, content to hang out in the corner, Schroeder forces a switch on the handoff and welcomes the rookie James Wiseman with an invitation to dance before stepping back into a rhythmless three-pointer. A minute later, Draymond makes a poor decision to throw the ball to Wiggins, and the scramble to get back gets the defense cross-matched. In a perfect world, Wiggins would have switched with Wiseman here in order to guard Schroeder. Instead, Dennis uses a delay game to sweep by Wiseman for the and one. The Lakers go to the well until it's dry, as Schroeder again forces a switch on the quick drag screen by Gasol. They reset to allow him to attack Looney out top, and Looney did a good job containing right up to the point where he has to slide more than twice. There is no way he can keep in front slide stepping while Schroeder is running to the basket. The Lakers clearly want AD to attack on the left block, but look how far Draymond has pushed him to the perimeter. If the spacing is off for a post-entry pass, a great adjustment is to simply make it into a pick and roll. The mismatch in the post is right there for Davis, but check the next level IQ by Draymond to first let the backside know he's going to double, and second, it's really a scram switch as Wiggins sprints to pick up Schroeder on the weak side. Kent Bazemore loses his man completely on this, allowing Kuzma to beat him backdoor for the nice fadeaway off the glass. The Warriors find a mismatch of their own with Wiggins backing down Caruso. Normally, I'd say you can't double down on the post one pass away, but if you're leaving Draymond Green wide open, then have at it. This leads to quick early offense before the defense can get in position. Bazemore is way too slow recognizing the pinch post action the Lakers run on the left wing, and then goes for the reach around instead of proper positioning. Wiggins is also caught completely sleeping when he should be stepping deep into the lane that would have prevented this. The Warriors tried out a 2-3 zone, notable because Steph is playing at the forward spot instead of one of the guards. Notice how the ball is thrown to the wing, and Draymond starts out stunting at the wing only until Wiggins gets there. But this also means Bazemore should be moving towards the elbow to take away the high post entry pass. He stays too close to Schroeder, now all eyes are on AD as he slips the nice bounce pass for the layup behind the zone. Things were rolling along till the Lakers tried to again attack Wiseman down low with the veteran Gasol. I'm open to comments as to what this move was supposed to be, as the Lakers screw up their transition defense next. Schroeder should be picking up Wiggins, not telling AD to ignore Wiseman to go pick him up, and he continues to shoot the best three-point percentage of his career this season. Oubre continued to put pressure on LeBron early, and as he switches on to AD to cover the pick and roll, the Lakers quickly try a high-low to take advantage. But Oubre again gets his hand on the ball and gets the steal. However, despite the promise James Wiseman has shown, and I predict he will be an all-star someday, he doesn't get a good angle on the Euro step as LeBron helps him into the contact and Gasol crumples to the ground for the charge. Oubre is at it again, slowly wearing LeBron down, and the pressure up high causes LeBron to begin his patented spin move several feet farther from the hoop than he likes. Looney stunts off the corner to get in his way, and he misses the layup, compounding the error by not hustling back. In the ensuing scramble after the good block by Davis, LeBron isn't in position, no one is on Wiggins, and he fires in another three-pointer to cut it to 10. On this pick and roll, great rotation by the lowest man in KCP to stop Looney, and the handoff looks to be stopped cold in its tracks until Curry sees Draymond's signal to skip the ball to the weak side. AD can't get there because of the screen, and Wiggins hits another crucial three. Schroeder does a good job on this pin down to stay glued to Curry, who does put his shoulder into the chest, but probably not enough to level him like this. However, he recovers well, and I can't really fault Gasol for helping off of a non-shooter in Looney one pass away. but everything was going the Warriors' way at this point. More Oubre defensive peskiness. He makes LeBron have to reach to get this pass as he almost deflects it, then is forced to pick up Schroeder on the switch of the pick and roll. And just before Dennis lays it up, not only does Oubre strip the ball clean, but it goes off of Schroeder for a key forced turnover. Curry sets a tough screen on KCP, forcing a switch and allowing Wiggins to attack a size mismatch. But look what Caldwell Pope does. This is craziness to sit in help position here off of, let me check my notes, Steph frickin' Curry. Schroeder flops hard. KCP is just standing there watching, leaving Davis to close out and fly by as Curry sidesteps into a wide open three-pointer to cut the lead in half. And that brings us to crunch time, deep in the fourth, where perhaps some cracks in the Lakers' armor are starting to show. LeBron has always been amazing at backing players down, drawing a double, and skipping for open threes. But KCP doesn't want to shoot this. LeBron gets pissed. And what's worse, Schroeder doesn't shoot it either with only 4 seconds left on the clock. LeBron gets screwed with this pass, but rather than take the quick shot, he travels before letting KCP have it for not shooting in the first place. The Warriors catch AD 3 steps to the wrong side of the screen and scrambling to catch up, compounding the error by reaching in before Curry blows by him for the finish. Let's look at this veer step. The first step is to create the contact, and the next step bounce away from the big man to get space to release, plus the and one. Perfect. After another free throw by Steph inches them closer, it's Kelly Oubre again with his defense, not only deflecting the inbounds pass, but it goes off the Lakers and gets the Warriors another possession. Say what you want about Oubre's shooting, and that will improve. This guy makes plays all over the court all the time and is one of the most valuable players Coach Kerr has on his roster. Speaking of which, the Lakers force the Warriors into their last option to get the ball in. AD is slow rotating over to help contest this shot, and Oubre ties it up. The Warriors come back down to get into their bread and butter, the Steph Draymond pick and roll. While I get that AD is concerned with the pass to Looney, the first order of business is stopping the ball. He doesn't do that. In fact, I tend to be concerned with AD's defense often, and it allows a nice Draymond finger roll. LeBron begins to take matters into his own hands against Wiggins by blowing right by him, and this caused two players to rotate to help in the lane. LeBron makes the right play by hitting the wide open Kuzma in the corner, but he aims it too much and it's short. And the Lakers get another chance under 2 minutes to go, even catching the slow-footed Looney on LeBron on the right wing. Here's why Draymond is the best defender of his generation. He instantly shadows in the block while also letting everyone know what he's doing so they can be on the same page. The looping pass allows a good demonstration of exactly how to rotate on defense as the closest defender closes out one by one till Draymond's pressure forces LeBron to travel. And while he seems confused by this call, it was pretty obvious and one the refs have been calling all season.
You know, it's a move I've been making pretty much my whole career, and if that's the call that's going to be called travel, then I would like to see it across the whole board. Every game and it consistent like that, but I have not been called for travel like that in my career.
And that is a little weird response, considering they have called LeBron for this type of travel at least once this season already. With a stack along the baseline, the Steph Draymond pick and roll gets AD stuck at the three-point line guarding the ball, as Draymond doesn't meet resistance until the dotted line. Watch how he steps on Harrell's foot, causing him to slide his pivot foot several inches. Either this is a foul for tripping on Harrell, or it's a travel on Draymond. Nothing is called, and it gave the Warriors a crucial bucket. Deflections are great plays because they're so disruptive to the offense, and Oubre is at it again. Down 4, I know they want to screen LeBron with Davis since that's their best pairing, but it's foolish because it involves the best defender in the NBA in Draymond, who can test this into a slam off the backboard, perhaps the only way it gets right to AD, who puts it back in. Normally on a sideline out of bounds, we'd see Steph where Wiggins is and then back screen the inbounder. Instead, they put Steph out of bounds to start, and that allows the handoff to force a switch, leaving AD on an island. He did well, but not well enough, as Curry just about ices the game. However, it all came down to this possession, the Lakers needing only a stop to go back down and create something to tie or win. Again, they catch Davis out of position defending the pick and roll. Curry gets right into the teeth of the defense, and what should have been a foul on Caruso by contacting the forearm. Here comes the Lakers, who correctly attack without calling a timeout by getting the ball to their MVP, who promptly gives the ball up with a non-threatening skip pass to Schroeder. Look at the effort from Damian Lee to keep Davis from getting positioned down low. This is game-saving stuff. And Draymond hovers nearby, knowing he's going to scram Lee out of there the second they get a chance. And here's your friend and mine, Kelly Oubre, with yet another deflection. This one is crucial. Precious seconds tick off. They're forced to take their last time out. And while this is a pretty good look for LeBron, he can't hit it. And the Warriors shock the Lakers on their home floor. This could be considered a wake-up call for the Lakers not to take their opponents too lightly, or it could expose some flaws in their team. I've defended LeBron for always making the right play at the end of games, irregardless of who shoots it. But passing this ball here was a bad decision. And to me, Anthony Davis' defense is sometimes suspect. And they don't have JaVale or Dwight back there this year to cover up for any mistakes they make now. They're ranked number 1 in defense, so this could all be a moot point. But this season has been a weird one, and I'm not sure what to make of any of these teams just yet. But I can say that the Warriors are scrappy, fun to watch, and are extremely impressive the way they execute on defense. A new development ever since this guy got back into the lineup. So keep your eye on the Warriors, they're going to surprise you, and keep it in the back of your mind that this Lakers team is different than last year, which might mean the results could change as well. If you like this video, you're going to love my new YouTube membership. There are 3 tiers to choose from, all with tremendous bonus content, including private watch parties. Join me for the next time these two play, and you can come on the show as well. You in?